Hi, this is Pratyush from Plexus 3D, and in this video I will be showing you how to create a simple shape glowing texture just inside Blender. Hopefully this is our first tutorial where you are going to see and play with shapes and around them. So first of all, you can download this picture from my Dribble page, which I have given in the below, and I have also a project file for you just in my Patreon. You can buy this for just $2, and I have given the link also in the description. So let's jump into Blender to learn how to create this. So there I am inside my Blender here, and I got a cube. This is the default cube that you got first, and with these three items are there, like a camera, a light, and this. So first of all, I will be deleting all of this. So to delete and select all, simply just click A and then X to delete all of this. Now we will start by creating a plane. So simply click Shift A and you will got a mesh here, plane, then S to scale it like this. Now you got a plane out right there. Now we have to adjust a texture. So go on texture, add a new texture to it. So we are starting from scratch, right? So there we go. We have our glossy material. We have to just choose this glossy material and change the color from white to black. Make sure that the roughness should be 0. And now go to your render setting here and change this to EVEE, and then go to bloom. This bloom will make sure that your object should glow. Now go to screen reflection and refraction and turn on this refraction also. So you got, now everything is cool right now. So now we will be adding a cylinder. So Shift A again, mesh, and simply choose the cylinder. Now you can see that there are some roughness. So just go to object and make sure to shade smooth. Now it's look perfect. G to grab it and Z to along Z axis. So I got the sphere. So I got a cylinder like this. It's look perfect right now. So now we will be adding material to it. I will be adding a new material to it. This time we will be adding a material known as the, you can say it should be emitting light, right? So just go to emission and you can change this to anything like glossy material, but for this tutorial I'm just choosing an emission. Now to get that kind of result that I've shown in the preview, just go here, bright contrast. So now change this color to someone like this, which looks better. Brightness you can play with this, but first of all go here to your rendered view. This will make sure that you are in your render view. Now you can see that this color does not looks like the emission. So when I do this, problems happen most of the time. So click again, go here to add another material. You can name this material, but you can add the material here and simply choose again emission if this kind of problem happens with you also. So now go here to bright and contrast. Make sure to change the color from white to a bluish color like down there, so which looks perfect. Change the brightness and play with the contrast. Change the strength. You can got something like this. So this is the basic shading, you can say, or texturing. We are not using any kind of nodes. What are nodes I will be telling you in my further tutorials. So first of all, go here to your world setting, change the color of your world to black. Now this will make sure that your world and your plane should be black, but there's a problem. We have to add some reflection to it. Choose your plane, go here and make sure your strength, roughness should be 0. Now this will make sure to just reflect something, some kind of lights around there. So you can just play around this space screen reflection and refraction to get shyness. So there I go. So there I got a cool looking cylinder. Now again Shift A to add another mesh, and this time I will be selecting this UV sphere. This UV sphere looks cool and better. So why not to create something like a ball with 2 cross? This looks perfect. This is my new idea. So let's do it. Simply go here to material, add a new material to it, and I will be adding another emission material. This time emission material should be different. Yes, we will be choosing a black body. Now what is black body? You can see here the example of black body. Now I will be again choosing this kind of stuff. You got your cylinder right there. and now change the strength to increase the strength so that you got some cool looking stuff. And you can select your cylinder to play around it, and now go to sphere and you can play around this also. So I can choose the temperature should be really high or really bit low. This will make my scene looks much perfect and like energified. So there I got my scene right there, which looks perfect, even though in both of these scenes I have just like this kind of stuff which looks better. Now you can add some reflecting lights on the edges to make it much better. To do this, simply go Shift A and add another mesh. This time I will be adding a cylinder again. Now make sure to scale the cylinder a bit down along Z-axis. You can stretch it to make sure it is long, and like this. Again, grab it, move it, and you can just grab it along here. Again, scale it, but this time Z-axis again to make it much longer. Now you got something like this. You have to rotate it by clicking this R. You can rotate this stuff, and G to grab it along any axis. Now you can put your cylinder on any axis which you need to be. So why not do this? Would be a glossy material, or another thing you can add any kind of stuff. So basically you can choose a glossy material here to give it a glossiness, and make sure to turn the color to be a white, which looks better right now. So I got a cool looking shader here for the tutorial, so I have to just make sure that this looks perfect. So we are just playing with shapes out right there, which looks really realistic. And you can see as it look really realistic, we can add some eyes to it and something like another stuff to make it more realistic. So simply Shift A, again add a mesh, and this time you will be adding again a UV sphere. This time scale it down and then grab it. Now grab it along Z-axis. Again grab it. As you can see, we got something like a eye texture. So scale it down like this, and Shift D to duplicate it. Again here one time, and again click this and grab it to along here, which makes your character much better and much smoother. So here you look, your character is ready out right there with shape play. So now you can simply choose this sphere and add some new material to it. For example, for the eyes you can choose any kind of emitter material. For example, I will be choosing this emission here and change the color to be a contrast or bright body. So to make this color, I will be really taking a bright red color, which should looks perfect for my radiation over there. So this should be a cool looking but danger kind of stuff. So you can just choose anything, and you can just add some blue color to it to make it much brighter and better. So here you have created this kind of stuff right there. Now edit with this material also. Simply click on new and add make sure this would be a emission material, and again change this to a bright contrast. Change the similar color to it. So simply color picker tool and just increase the strength. So you got something like this, like a robot over there, which with one eyes faded. You can just play with the contrast like this, which looks really better and simple. So that looks perfect, but you can see as these are not at the surface here. So I want to grab this, and along y-axis you can, or along x-axis to move it along any direction. So just grab it, and z-axis. Now you can simply just have a kind shot up like this kind of effect, which looks better and even though much better. So here click on this, grab it along y-axis, or you can say x-axis, z-axis, any axis. So just do this, and again make sure to grab it. Now we have a material frame right now, so just click on again it on this, grab it along z-axis. Now you can play with the stuff right now. So you got something like this, a robot with a hand. So this was our first tutorial on playing with materials, which looks really cool. You can change the material, and after somehow tweaking a bit later you got a result like this, which really looks perfect and better. So after getting somehow this kind of stuff, you got a result like this, which looks better. So thank you for this tutorial. And to render this, just want to say that you can have to here, proceed to here and change the render setting to PNG and then render. So this was a simple tutorial. Make sure to like, subscribe and share. Hope you have liked this tutorial on creating a simpler happy robot just by playing with shapes. So goodbye, signing out, Pratish Mishra.